was really good. Deeper than rap, deeper than that. We go beyond the bars and deep in the facts. You feel what I'm talking about? The Grease Pimp game in the building.
Yells in the
You know what I'm
building.
saying?
I'm about to pull up, cuz. Do your thing.
For sure, man. I'm sitting up here with Hollywood Yella. And, man, we was watching the super fight, man. I don't know if y'all caught the super fight, for my battle rap fans, you
Right,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Hey, share it on the what's the name? Get your sharing on real quick, man.
Where it go live at on the book?
Yeah, it's on the book. In the Hollywood
Let's
Set
see.
Tripping page. I'm about to tag you on that motherfucker
Yeah, I'm
too.
about to say you gonna have to tag me and tag. Man, wait, don't you got my Mogul Vine page?
I don't.
No, just tag it in the prayers page. It's cool. Anyway, listen. I got my drink. That's why you gonna get his drink. Got my drink. It's just a little, what I'm saying? It's just a little bit, but I got my drink. So URL caffeine. Tonight was the super fight. Main event: Tay Roc versus Danny Myers. Literally East Coast versus West Coast. The undercard consisted of Drugs versus Luke Castro, Anderson Burris versus Swave Sever, JC versus Sharon, and Chilla Jones versus Serius Jones. Now, a few of these battles I was in and out of. So I missed, half around here, maybe a beginning around here in select battles. But for the most part, I watched the whole event. Before I get into the event, though, Surf, man, stop hating, bruh. You be on that bullshit, bruh. I'ma need you to stop hating, bruh. You be tripping, all right? Hold on, let me get my share on. You feel me? Cause I got groups. You know what I'm talking about? Boom. Let me get my share on. But Sue Surf was doing a lot of hating, all right? He was doing a lot of hating, bro. And I don't understand. I'm getting to the point where I feel like Sue Surf is scared to battle JC. I'm really just at that point where I feel like Sue Surf is scared to battle JC because, bro, he be having some of the most outlandish reasons, and it's just the way he be trying to break down the battles, and and he did this. He did it tonight versus Chilla. He did it versus JC. And I think Surf is a very good battle rapper. Surf one of my favorite battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna even start. Surf, Clips, JC, uh, Clean Paper. Clean still my nigga though. It ain't get no bigger. Yeah, Clean still my nigga. But you know what I'm saying? Since the beginning, it's been Clips, Clean, and Surf. They've been my top guys. And then JC was my next guy. You know what I'm saying? Fonz on my list now. You know what I'm saying? The favorite battle rappers. You feel me? Fonz, they we ain't gonna anyway. Surf Ass was doing a lot of hating though. I think he had some very good explanations, but I just totally missed how he came to the final conclusion that he came to with all the explanations he gave. But the super fight was overall for the event. It had moments. I think the undercard for the way that this super fight headline battle was, I think the undercard could have been a little more put together. At the same token, guys could have came with a little more spunk. But I don't think it was trash though. Going into the first battle, which was Swave, Sever, Anderson Burris. Now, this is a lot of funny because
I think I caught that. I caught that in, I think, going to the second, or it might have been the first. It might have been the end of the first, close to the. Whenever I called you, that's when I really tapped in.
okay. So yeah, that was like the second. Yeah, cause I like way caught it because I had remembered I caught it from the beginning. So wait, hold on. We gonna get the Lou Castro on drugs in a second, Mello. Give me a second, bruh.
Somebody just
So
tapped in.
so Anderson Burris and Swave Seven. Now
Hold on. No, do
a
your thing.
lot of people probably not gonna like this battle. Um, but you know, as it was pointed out in various times, in a couple of battles, you know, when you battle somebody that's not really from the culture or don't have a full understanding of the culture, you can't. It's hard to really battle them in the same way that you would battle a regular person of the culture. So you got to be able to adapt and still, you know, be witty with it and do something a little more standoutish. Virtually saying they call it it factor, but you just got to be able to stand out. You got to be able to step out your comfort zone and show something different. So people will be like, "Oh, okay, I didn't even know you had that in you." You feel what I'm saying? So Anderson Burris is funny. He come out, and I feel like all 3 rounds he was really funny. He had a couple angles he went at. The angle, now listen, Anderson Burris second. He had an angle about um, one of Swave Sever's songs, where in the song he say he smashed his cousin. I haven't heard the song. I ain't gonna even lie to you when I said I even knew that Swave Sever be putting out music. You know what I'm saying? But Swave Sever raw. As far as like who he is as a person. Swave Sever raw, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't on no fake shit. Like he real cool, he real humble, like, but he just about as been the old school cat. So he cool as fuck though. But you know, Swave ain't really known to have a lot of, you know, make a lot of moments. Anyway, Swave got a song, I guess called "A Small World," where I guess in the song he ended up finding out he smashed his cousin. So Anderson Burris goes to make this an angle. Now, in all fairness, the angle is like the whole position of the angle or choice of the angle is suspect in itself. Because if you ain't heard the song, it's hard for you to really say. And then the fact of how Anderson went about it, about like, you know, like I've listened to the song, he know shit verbatim. So like he really listening to Swave Sever's song. You feel me? As a battle rap fan, you probably like, I mean, we listen to people's songs to get bars, but do we go verbatim like that? Like, is it really like that? So anyway, regardless of if, you know, I might question the angle, he followed up with some nice haymakers, though. You know what I'm saying? He had jokes. He had a lot of jokes, bro. But within those, in those flurries that he had, and they mostly came like towards like the middle and going towards the ends of his rounds, where he really had a lot of kind of like back-to-back punches or back-to-back little lines. He has some shit in there though. You know, if you wanted to call him a watered down Sharon tonight, you could probably get that off. You know, with a little real deal, you could probably get that off. But it was cool. I thought Anderson Burris showed that he could stand out in the crowd, and he could still, you know, and he still got some potential to grow. You know, I get to that point later. Swave Sever. A lot of people probably not gonna like Swave Sever in this battle. I like the approach Swave Sever took in this battle. I actually thought he was talking real to him, but I don't expect Swave Sever to really have a lot of great, like, outlandish punchlines and shit like that anyway. But I expect him to be honest, real, and hit you with something witty and clever. Towards the end of all those rounds, he let go of flurries, and even in the middle and like the second, especially in the first, he had a couple little flurries. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was really nice. People highlight the Betty White line, but he had a line before that and a couple lines after that. He said that bar that was fire too. and people skipped over that. The do's and don'ts in the third round, I thought was cool. But if you're gonna take an angle like that, like I say, I'm not expecting Swave Sever to have, like I say, some outlandish, But had he did that though, this would have been a clear victory. So I felt like overall it was debatable. Off first initial reaction, I gave it to Swave. I gave Swave the first 2 rounds, and I felt like Anderson BARZ kind of just needed the third round to save face. In my opinion, I just felt like the substance, the way he went about him, what he was talking about. Like he telling him, like, listen, bro, I can't really come at you the way that I want to come at you. I gotta actually finesse this. So this how I'm gonna finesse it. And Swave had helly jokes, little puns and shit. Like I like this Swave in this battle. So I gave the battle to Swave 2-1. Like I say, Anderson BARZ definitely stood out though, with his jokes, his wittiness, and he showed that he could definitely, hit with a haymaker or two. Because he had some ones in there. He had about 6 or 7 good haymakers in this battle. I ain't gonna front. That I felt like was quality haymakers. But I just felt like Swave whole approach, is that Holmesy the God effect, man. You can have all the bars, but them angles and realness, man, it kind of just, it nullifies shit.
Facts.
So
you felt that shit too.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? But but what most people probably said this battle was trash. I actually thought this was a nice battle for URL to be trying to say, hey, we gonna be on the West Coast tapping into the KOTD market, because that's really what this is about. If we gonna do that, then we gonna have to expand with the talent. So that battle should have been a good sign to let everybody know that, if you got skills with bars and lyrics and you got some personality, you got a chance. You ain't necessarily got to come on that bitch and talk about gun bars. You just got to come on that bitch and stand out. But it's still battle rapping the URL. So if you can't be tough about what you're talking about, it's going to be kind of hard. But anyway, battle number 2, Castro versus Drugs. So before I even go to the breakdown of these two, I personally think these two guys are a little overhyped. I've come to learn that Drugs' pen is a lot better than his consistency. Or let me say this. His pen is better than I gave it credit for, but I still get some legitimacy on questioning it because of his inconsistency. That's a better way to word it. You know what I'm saying? But lately, his last few battles, I felt like he really, really been coming on. Especially like the battle versus Twerk when they did the compliment round, because it gave me a glimpse of the versatility in his pen. People listen to people when they hear bars, and a lot of times they don't pay attention to the structure. They don't pay attention to the different words a person used to get to their point. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a lost art in this shit. Like, you got to pay attention to, not only what a person's saying, but how did they get there in the first place and the words they used to get there. You know what I'm saying? But with that said, though, Luke Castro is, he like a K-Shine clone. I mean, he almost just like K-Shine when he first came out. A lot of performance, but he don't really got a lot of bars like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know why? And let me school y'all. You know why people have performance and no bars like that? Because their material is based on performance. So when your material based on performance, you need crowd reaction, you need props, you need these other little things. And then when you do try to get serious, it don't really hit because your whole foundation is a gimmick. I mean, that's just bottom line. If you considered performance based, like, not, oh, you got bars and you can perform, but if you performance based, then that's basically saying, like, your pen don't hit that well. Now, everybody not Clips or Surf or Gotti, you know what I'm saying, or JC, or, it's quite a few. Everybody ain't, quantum physics, everybody not those guys, but, Lou, Lou cool. I don't got no beef with Lou or nothing. I don't got no beef with Drugs, but they cool. But I just feel like Drugs been more on a climb up, and Lou been more on a fall down. Anyway, in this battle, first off, Whip the Pot, you almost fucked up the footage. Let's just talk about that. How the fuck you take a 2-minute pause because your weird ass did forgot your motherfucking next line? And this happens, bruh. And I want y'all to understand, I don't consider...
That's what fucked him up, man, because he was... I think I might have would have gave it to
him. In all fairness to Lou, Drugs fucking up the mic fucked up his momentum. And I think that's what led to him having a brain fart right there. Because it took Drugs about 3 minutes to get his shit right. And when you in a battle like that, and it's and the tension is high, like everything is a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Your verse is a rhythm, even though you probably write into a beat most likely, like your verse is a rhythm, his verse is on a rhythm. The intensity of the battle matters. You know what I'm saying? So when Drugs come with his first, and then Lou Crasho gonna come back, you know what I'm saying? And he got a delay because of Drugs. That's that you have to consider that. So when Lou paused in that first round, I didn't necessarily knock him. I was just judging how long it took him to get it back, and what was the material that was next that you was choking on, because that matters too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can, but if you come back, you get your shit back and it's fluent, and the shit you drop with hit home, then that again, that helped nullify some of that pause. And I ain't gonna call it a choke unless you completely forget, or you get a few more bars in and then you forget all the way. That's a choke. All right. But sometimes, if a nigga fuck up your momentum, you could catch a pause, a break, or whatever the case. However, round for round, first off, shout out to Drugs, bruh.
Yeah, Drugs
spazzed the fuck out, bruh.
Drugs came
this nigga Drugs. Hey, salute the Drugs, bruh. He spazzed the fuck out tonight, man. If it wasn't for the fact that the SuperFight lived up to the hype, Drugs might have got performance of the night. Drugs was just that nice. His bars was nice. I liked it, the LLC company man. I thought that shit was fire.
Yeah, that was nice.
He
thought he was that nigga after he dropped that bar.
Hey.
He thought he was that nigga.
Hey, Drugs brought it though, and Drugs, this was one of those battles. Wait, hold on. Hello, yo.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure y'all hit that like, sub, follow, dislike, whatever, if you're rocking with it. And if you want to join the stream, I'll send you the link for you can join it. Hollywood Yells, Degrees, Hollywood Set Tripping Deeper Than Bars.
Okay. My bad, right quick.
No, you good. As soon as you come back, I'm about to step off for a second. All right, do your
So I was saying Drugs was laying haymakers tonight, bro. That second round when he was talking about how Lou got on and leaving his brother and playing his people at the door, bruh. Even through all that shit, he gave him props and said, "Nigga, you wrote a song for power." A lot of people probably gonna miss that, but they gonna catch it on the playback and then want to talk about it. But I thought Lou Castro material in his first round was probably his best material overall. His second was cool. His third, he stuttered. It was a drop off in the material anyway. It wasn't as hot as he thought it was. His first round was fire though, I thought. But Drugs caught a body, bruh. Drugs caught a body. I mean, it's hard to say anything other than that. All right, drugs caught a whole body. Lou, bruh, if you gonna survive in this game, you got to base your shit off something more than performance. Because with the expansion with caffeine, everybody getting noticed. It ain't no more, oh, if you wasn't in the building, you don't know. And you gotta wait till whoever editing the footage get a chance to see whatever. Mm-mm. You get a chance to watch it live for free. So if you stand out, you stand out. But if your shit flaky, it's too many fans watching. It's millions of fans watching, bro. Somebody gonna find a flaw in your shit. That shit gonna spread like wildfire. So I would definitely like to see Drugs get a nice plate. But Drugs then battled a lot of everybody. So, it begs the question, like, Drugs, why don't you show up like this versus big opponents? You show up like this on the new class, or it's hard to call Lou Castro new class for you because y'all was in a group together. Y'all been battling each other for a minute. But nonetheless, I got Drugs in this battle. I thought he caught a body. I thought he caught a clear body as well. And I don't know what's gonna happen to Lou Castro, bro. Hopefully he get it together, but I don't know what's gonna happen to Lou Castro. So
I give him clear body because of all that fucking up he was doing, man.
Lou?
Yeah. Fucking them bars up missing. I think it would have been a little bit tougher if he ain't fuck up.
Man, I don't know, bro. I'm actually on the opposite side saying I don't think it matter if he'd wrap that shit clear. I think the material Drugs had was just way too much for what Castro brought to the table. You know what I'm saying? I just think, somebody is not telling Lou Castro his pen ain't as hot as he think it is. You know what I'm saying? And if he got a lot of performance and and it's the thing about why I gotta get Drugs the body, bro. Drugs was pointing out his strengths. Bro, you got all these sayings, you got all this shit, but don't none of that shit lead to no type of raw punchline. Mm-hmm. Nothing you can hear on and say, man, I can relate to Lou. You know what I'm saying? Everybody see you as a Shine clone. So, until you find a way to come out of that K-Shine clone factor, I don't know, bro. But anyway, let's go to what might have been battle of the night if the super fight didn't live up to the hype. I'm gonna keep saying that because the headliner battle was worth the watch. That's all I'm gonna say before I get to the actual battle. Hold on, let me adjust my cami one time. So the next battle, which probably would have been battle of the night, and it's crazy to say that this probably would have been battle of the night because I see this as a clear win for one, where others see it as a debatable. All right, and we're talking about JC versus Sharon. JC versus Sharon. You talking about two guys who've been in the game for a minute. Guys who've made their name, respected for their pen, respected for their overall just talent. In the game, in the industry, in the battle rap. And it was nice to see them come together. Um, what was interesting about this battle, again, like the Anderson BARZ and Swave battle, is you got this factor of when you battling somebody outside of the culture. Now, don't get me wrong. Sharon is not outside of the culture. He's been battle rapping for years. He's a big name in the culture, especially on the West Coast. At the same token, though, you know, Sharon outside of the culture. And I thought JC did a very good job of explaining why this can't be condoned. I thought he took a nice angle of saying, this is why. This is why you got smacked. This is why we different. Now, Sharon came with flame, bro.
He came with flame like a motherfucker.
That white boy was wigging the fuck out. Hey, Sharon came with some flame, bro. But believability is everything, man. Believability is everything. And once somebody take the air out your cell, bruh, you ain't getting no lift no more. Ain't no more push. You got to figure out how to regenerate that breeze. Not just don't think Sharon did that. His third was flame. It was also long as fuck too. And being that Sharon freestyles, I thought an interesting fact to this whole battle, Sharon didn't rebuttal JC not once. He didn't even attempt to rebuttal JC, which speaks volumes because Sharon got a whole rebuttal battle with Chef Trez. This is just who Sharon is. This is how he built his career off being able to freestyle a rebuttal. And he did not even attempt to rebuttal on JC. So that should automatically give JC status points. First off, JC's angle was so sick. His second round was murderous, bro.
Yeah, that second round was vicious.
JC's second round was so flame. JC's second round on playback probably gonna get one of those second round of the year candidates because his second round was crazy, bro. And from that point, especially with the fact that JC went first, from that point, everything Sharon said just didn't hit no more. Even though if you a battle rap head, you in the bars, like Sharon was spitting flame. But because of the way JC approached that shit, bruh, all that shit he was speaking sounded like Peanuts, man. It sounded like Charlie Brown. Wah 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 wah.
Right, that real just be do something to you.
So I gave JC 2-1, possible 3-0. I gave Sharon. Now, when I judge battles, I judge a battle in its entirety. So even though I might edge a person all 3 rounds, collectively, I gotta feel like he was dominated for 3 rounds. So if I felt like you was dominated majority of the battle, but not the whole battle, like you had key moments, quite a few of them, or half rounds or something like that, collectively that's gonna probably give you a round. I gave Sharon, I said 2-1. I gave Sharon the third, if any. I felt like JC kind of lightweight took his foot off the gas in the third, but I felt like it was already clear in the first 2 rounds, so it didn't really matter. But he was still giving him work. You know what I'm saying? But Sharon, if Sharon was battling with anybody else, bruh, he might have caught a body. Sharon had some JC flips in there that was so fucking crazy. But man, JC was in his bag. I don't got no notes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I was multitasking, but I don't got no notes. But I got JC first round, second round. And I gave Sharon the third, even though I lightweight feel like the third is debatable. Um, so then after that, we got the weirdest battle of the night.
That motherfucker was extra weird.
This battle was weird as fuck, bro. First off, the matchup in itself was weird. So we can't even be mad that the outcome seemed a little weird. Now, for all the people who screaming to the serious side, I would just say chill. Because, you know, everything that glitter ain't gold. First off, too, I would like to say, or second off, since I already said that. Serius Jones has gotten better every battle. I think of all the guys from the old Smack DVD era that's came back, Jones, Moot. I'm not considering Lux because Lux been back. He been back outside for a minute. But Moot, Jones, Reed Dollars. I think Jones has shown the most most able to adapt. He's adding a lot more personality to his shit. I like Jones's bars. I just don't feel like he be having no room shakers.
Yeah, shit. Neither one of them had the room shaking.
Now, on the other hand, I felt like Chilla had a few room shakers. I felt like Chilla won the battle. I'm gonna say that right. I felt like Chilla won.
Give it to Chilla.
Yeah, I like so. And this is where I say I judge battles in their entirety.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Chilla had more haymakers, and I felt like the caffeine crowd was hating on him. I just feel like everybody. I felt like most of them was just hating and wanting to try to give him no reaction.
Crowd was a dud on them. I
You
feel
know what
like
I'm
the
saying?
crowd wasn't fucking with neither one.
No, they was giving Serious more reaction than Chilla though. They was playing Chilla, bro. Chilla was on the playback. Watch when they play it back, it's gonna be a whole different episode. You know what I'm saying? Because Chilla was hitting him with some shit. But I think Chilla is. I think we have to accept the fact that Chilla is straying away from back to back scheming. And when he do back to back scheme, it's not going to be in the old way that we used to, the nostalgic way we think he gonna come back. He's different. That's the same thing with JC. The JC versus Chilla, like everybody's still expecting to see that JC and that Chilla. Like they different now. Chilla has went to KOTD, came back, and adapted his growth back to the URL format. You know what I'm saying? Um, at the same token, too, if I'm Chilla, why the fuck would I bring out heavy guns for Serious Jones? You know what I'm saying? Like, what about Serious is about to make me come out here with any crazy amount of bars, knowing that on this format, as long as I don't choke, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like Serious is just somebody you want to take serious. It's set up for Serious to show that he should be able to get another battle. You know what I'm saying? Like not necessarily like he earned the battle, but he already a legend in the game. So whatever battle he get, he earned. You know what I'm saying? Just on prefix. Uh, anyway, though, I just felt like Chilla had dry moments, but Chilla had some heavy hitters. I
Yeah,
felt like
man.
I think he had like 6 or 7 in each round. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, Serious had a lot of personality, and he had quite a few like jabs, a couple nice little straights that was flame. But I just never felt like Jones shook the room. And I felt like even for the as much hating as the crowd was doing, it was a few of those bars that Chilla spit that was undeniable. Like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Um, but I gave it to Chilla. I gave him 2-1. Um,
Yeah,
I
I get that to Chilla too.
you know what I'm saying? I felt like a lot of the third and a lot of the first he got. I had to rewatch it though just to confirm. But from my memory, I think Sirius was in his bag in a second. He had a nice little bop to his shit. You know what I'm saying? And he was coming with some shit. Chilla Sirius got a lot of personality, bro. If he get on some man, he needs some haymakers, bro. And I don't mean this as a diss to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you need some more substantial room shakers for people to take you more serious. You know what I'm saying? I think Chilla just want a real opponent. But between the two leagues, Chilla done battle so many people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to give him somebody who makes sense that make him feel like he gotta up his pen. With that being said, that was the weirdest battle of the night. And as I say, it was so weird, it's hard for me to really give you definitive rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just felt like Chilla's haymakers hit a little more harder than Serious's filler, per se. And I say filler per se. Um, with that being said, let's get to the actual super fight. Because yesterday, they was about to actually fight. The footage on the net, all right? And it came up. Here go Rock almost about to fight again. I think he did a blow with Hip Hop is Real. I ain't see it though, but I seen the notification. And let me say this: I don't think the last few super fight cards that lived up to the hype. I think this old card overall was a little better than the other cards, even though the names was different. Um, well, this servant, I think this I'll say this. I think this card is a little better than people gonna get it credit for off initial watch.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
I might have to watch it again and see what's up, but it was alright.
you know what I'm saying? I think that this one of
Was lit. The JC and them, they shit was fire. And shit. The fight shit, what we about to talk about right now. The other ones, they was cool, but I don't know, man.
this definitely saved the night.
Oh yeah, let's say tonight. It ended right. They did the right thing.
They definitely did the right thing because
They would have had that Jones for the main event. It would have been a flop.
nobody even would have tuned in for that, bro. Like nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb just on the strength that I ain't sat down and watched the URL. I ain't been off on a Saturday to watch a URL event in like 5 or 6 months. So, to be off on this Saturday and to remember like, oh shit, the super fight come on. It was like, okay, boo, let me actually get to sit down and try to enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I just seen the other ones on my phone, the ones they didn't drop, the battles they didn't drop. Um, but this super fight, bruh, this super fight was crazy. Uh, so this super fight was so crazy that you didn't even get to pick your vote at the end of the battle. You had to go to a whole nother live that came up like an hour later to vote. This was real. I want to say thank you, URL and Cafe, for giving us a great main event. Um, this had to live up to the hype, if not supersede the hype and the expectation. Uh, Give Danny his motherfucking respect, bro. This nigga Danny, performance, bars, delivery, rebuttal, freestyle,
Yeah,
showmanship,
I gave it to Danny.
bruh.
I gave it to Danny.
Bruh, listen. I met Rock, man. Rock a cool motherfucker, bro. I fucks with Rock, bruh. I'm not gonna sit here and say Rock got smoked. But I
No,
will say
Rock
I
gave
can
it Rock.
argue.
Rock did his thing, but I gave it to Danny.
I can
Rock
argue, and
definitely didn't get smoked.
I know he ain't get smoked,
He
but I can
definitely didn't get
argue
smoked.
Danny won every round.
Yeah, I give it to Danny. Because I
This is
definitely gave that first round to Danny off top.
this is not a debatable. Okay, why is it not a debatable? Because you can't tell me somebody who, man, I got a nice combination. You know what I'm saying? I hit you with the jab, jab, hook up, haymaker, hook up, haymaker. Versus a cat who on his toes hit you with the jab cross. Come in, 3-piece, step out, come in, 4-5-piece, step out, jab, jab, come back, 3-4-5-6-7-piece, jab, jab, come back, 9-piece, jab. Like, you can't tell me that guy is beating, the first guy is beating the latter guy. All right? I fucks with Rock, bruh. But Danny different. Danny talked to you. He talked to Smack. He talked to Caffeine. He talked to Mook. He talked to Lux. That nigga talked to everybody he wanted to talk to, including Surf.
Right, he was on it.
Bruh, listen. That is how you battle. Give Danny his motherfucking flowers, man. Give him his props. That is how you come to a super fight. This is how you come to a main event. You bring out your motherfucking gun. First off, what's that shit he had at the end? At the end of his, I think it was the end of his second. No, that was the end of his third. Was it what you used to be or renters? Man, bruh, this nigga Danny was on another planet.
Yeah, he came with it, man.
Like he had gun bars, he had poetic flow, he had entendres, he had flips. He like,
Them flips,
bruh,
them flips is what killed it.
that nigga said they gave me abs, so they already show you how I reconfigure Rock to control the block. What? That nigga say it's crazy how a parallel universe karma's a bitch. You got blamed for hitting trainees, then came back as trained as Dracula,
So
which is from Transylvania.
he was looking salty. Yeah, go flip on
Bruh,
that shit was fire.
bruh, I should have screen recorded that shit. I'm gonna get it on the app, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really tripping, man. You gotta show love. You feel me? I'm gonna get it on the app, but man, bruh, this nigga Danny, bruh. Now don't get me wrong. Rock has some lines. First off,
Oh
Rock
yeah,
energy
Rock
was
went in.
bananas.
That's why I say it was fire, but Danny just edged it.
Man, like Rock energy was bananas, bruh. Hey, he was unloading the clip. Hey,
Yeah.
bruh. I'm just saying, Tay Roc, can you battle like that every time from now on, bruh? Can we get that Rock? Like that Rock fire. But I'ma tell you, as much as I like Rock, oh, that just made me think about how he flipped up his shit on this nigga Daddy Cole. Because you know how he did the body bitch for official. Danny did the fucking what the fuck was that? Oh my god, bro, this nigga Danny was on another planet. But Rock, I always say this about Rock, man. Rock missing something in his pen. His performance is straight. He got bitch got haymakers, and he got regular punchlines. But I think, and this gonna sound crazy to everybody else, he don't got nice filler. So so you don't really get an idea of what Tay Roc personality is. You just know he the gun bar king, he gonna be hype. His energy be fire. But he don't got no feeling. And because he been in the game this long and to have no feeling is to basically like you don't got no foundation. You know what I'm saying? Your foundation can't still be gun bars. You know what I'm saying? At some point, Tay Roc, you about to be Lux. You know what I'm saying? And the new young guys gonna be gunning at you because you've been in the game 10, 15, 20 years and you done built the legacy and helped pioneer the game. Like you about to be one of them guys taking over that situation. That you know what I'm saying? You gotta have more like and I can't say angles because he could take he can run with angles, but he don't got no feeling. You feel me? And because you don't got no feeling, man, it's hard to judge what your personality is. And it's hard to be a legend and solidify that spot among the pioneers like game changer types. You know what I'm saying? Because Lux was a game changer. Mook was a game changer. You know what I'm saying? Even Jones, his style was a game changer. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these other cats, Twerk, B Magic, you know what I'm saying? Clips, JCD styles are game changing styles. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody doing it specifically that way. Verb, you know what I'm saying? These different styles. Calico. So, but Rock had some shit, bro. But this nigga Danny, man, I gave it to Danny clear, bro. I Even when I wanted to give Rock around.
Danny came back and took it with the rebuttals, man.
Bruh, oh, you got me thinking. That nigga said, you know my wife a smoker. Man, first off, he started off the shit by saying, some people are born to do this and some people just do this. And then the nigga say, I came through, creep low. It was about four. Wait till the timing right. I was with Vicky. She say, no, let me do it. It's gonna be easy. I've been smoking rock most of my life. What? Bitch. Bruh. Hey, this nigga Danny was wildin', bruh.
Man, that shit was fire.
Bruh, this nigga, bruh, bruh, quiet as it's kept, Danny got a, like, it's hurting me to come to this logic that the way I'm wording this is Danny caught a body, bruh. And this is no slight to Rock, to Tay Roc, but this just emphasized what I was just saying about he need to add better filler and more personality to lead into his haymakers and angles so they hit and last a little longer. And the difference between Danny's ability to battle rap versus where y'all put him at, bruh. Because this was a fully loaded Rock. Rock didn't do nothing wrong. He came with his bars.
Oh yeah,
He ain't
Rock
fucked
came
up.
all the way with it. All the way with it. It was just shit. And he just hits them. Danny
Right
had it
there.
on his mind, man. He came with it.
This might be the most respectable body. This, like, as far as a person who got body, as far as with Tay Roc, this probably the most respectable way you can get body. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna emphasize the reason why I'm saying is because it's the levels, bro. That's like trying to put how can I, okay, that's like bringing more or multiple man to Shane's son. If you know about or who, like, I mean, this guy got a few abilities, but this guy got like 27 abilities. You know what I'm saying? And he put them all on display, bruh. The rebuttals didn't miss. They didn't miss.
Not one. He had him, man. That shit was shut. He shut the tough talk down real quick. Like you say, they was about to squab. They had it.
Bruh, Lux can't say.
Damn, I can't think what the fuck he said, man.
Lux can't say. First off, too, I'm gonna say this, Danny. That number you put out there for caffeine was real low, bruh. For the performance you just said, you should have said $100,000. Flat the fuck out,
Yeah,
bruh.
he got to get a bonus. They got to bonus
Danny,
him up. He say
for
tonight.
that, bruh, for the chase caffeine getting out, that what you just did to Rock is worth 6 figures on the call up. You hearing it from the Grease Pimp Game, my nigga. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, bro. Bar for bar rap battle league. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? The commission, you feel me? Loyalty or nothing. You know how this shit go, all right? Let me tell you, man. That was $100,000 worth of game. Flat out. If you showing up like that to every battle, bro, a nigga can't call you without at least 6 figures or flirting with it. If these are checks we give it out of battle rap. Because that, bruh, and see, I want y'all to understand something, right? I already said who my favorite battle rappers is. I don't got nothing against Danny. I like Danny. I think Danny a fire, but I didn't know if Danny could put it all together. I've been watching Danny since before Danny and Rum Nitty. All right. Danny and Rum Nitty is the reason Rum Nitty got any light in the first place. And niggas don't even give Danny his respect. Even though Nitty ain't never not gave him his props. You know what I'm saying? And that's like one of the best battles in history. Danny Myers versus Rum Nitty. You need to check that out.
Yeah, that was
But
fire.
somebody burned that motherfucker up over there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere and off the peninsula. You feel me? So man, it was this nigga Danny though, bruh. If you gonna show up like that, Danny, I thought 50,000 was low. I just thought 50,000 was a low number, bro. You in Cali? What the fuck you gonna do with $50,000 in Cali? Let's just be honest, bro. I've been to Cali. All right, I stayed on that side of it. I know what it's like to live on the West Coast, bro. What the fuck you gonna do with $50,000 in Cali? That shit might almost cover rent for the whole year in Cali. It might. $50,000 might. It just might cover the rent for the entire year. Might be short a month or two. That's how real it is. What the fuck you gonna do with 50, bro? You need at least 80, bro. For a performance like that against a guy who was literally the face of the league, bruh. Did you see that stage, bruh? Hey, caffeine hook the URL the fuck up. Did you see that stage?
Yeah.
You peep how they got the you can't copy respect in the background, but they got it in the middle and they got like a little square, bruh. That's fire.
Yeah, that was fire.
That's fire. Now, if they could get and listen, y'all gonna look at me crazy when I say this, but if they could get these guys to accept coordinating they outfits with whatever the stage gonna be like, that should have hit a whole lot harder with the bars, and it'll make it a whole lot nicer for the highlight tapes. This just a young cat just spit some game out there. All right, you feel me? I ain't telling y'all what to wear, but I'm just saying if you get into the game of theatrics and image and doing all that, and you gonna be putting on this masterful performance. Excuse my stutter. Masterful performance with the bars and the creativity, and you really trying to highlight, what it is to be in battle rap and be in the culture. Image is a lot of part of that, man. And if you just coordinate what you wearing with the environment, you feel me? And man, I probably sound crazy when I tell you, bro. That shit probably gonna hit hard as hell. Um, but the super fight, it did not disappoint. It arguably, if not undoubtedly, saved the night. Um, because even though, like I say, this card gonna be better than expected, off first optics, it just, I mean, JC and Sharon, like it was drugs. Then it was JC and Sharon. It was really JC, but like I say, Sharon had fire though. And then it was that weird ass shit in between, and then the super fight, bruh. I just, you know, this reminded me of uh Tay Roc verse Clips a little bit, and how, and Clips just be playing with people, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Who
in
you
the
gave that
second,
to?
like he be up there toying with the shit.
Who you gave that battle to?
Who Clips and Rock?
Yeah.
Clips. I got Clips the first and the third. Clip first. when he came out with the Arkansas Little Rock and all that. Then at the end with the All Star throw rock off the glass, that's an All Star
Man,
game.
that
What?
shit was hard. That shit was hard.
Bitch, fat Rock was no, Rock was saying some shit though. You see clips all around clips. You see how bad the house get boarded up? I give my shooter a band and your house be boarded up. Man, what? Hey, man, I done watched that battle probably like 10 or 12 times. I ain't gonna need. I like good battles, bro. Listen, now we just talking about battle rap. Listen, we talking deeper than bars. You feel me? We done went over the super fight. All right, on the extended time. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna talk battle rap. I don't know how much time homie got, but we gonna talk battle rap.
I'm
I
eating
like
right
good
now.
battle, huh?
I said I'm eating, about to go up in there. About to go mess with my home girl, man.
Oh man, well you know why? With the little time we got, you know what I'm saying? I just go over. Listen, battles that I think was fire battles. All right, I'll start a little bit from the beginning, and I'm gonna say, um, Sue Surf versus Conceited on Christmas, 2012, fire ass battle, bro. When that nigga Surf hit him with the a Mac and 2 9s, I could order that literally. Throwing bullets everywhere. I know the quarterback's feeling me. These 2 9 start flipping shit across the room. I'll call that shit a paranormal activities. But that's my shit. Danny and Rum is another one that I think is really fire. Um, uh, B Magic and Clean Paper. The first PG, I think that's fire. JC and Chilla, I think that's fire. Um, I'm gonna tell you an underrated battle, and I say an underrated battle because it leaned too heavy to Rock side, and I think Ill Will had more than they gave credit for. But Ill Real versus Tay Roc was a fire ass battle. That battle was crazy. Uh, I fucks with who had a good back and forth. The JC and Clips one rounder is one of my favorite battles. Um, I like that. I like that a lot. Um, but you know, I like good battles, man. You know what I'm saying? I like when people gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? I done seen a couple of immaculate battles, thesaurus battles. I like those guys. I like those. They nice. You know, and no offense when I say for white boys that's raw with it. Thesaurus, immaculate. Yeah, I like real deal. Iron Solomon and got better. The Iron Solomon before, and even up to when he came back and battled Mook, I don't know. But this new age Iron Solomon, he raw. I like him. He raw. Um, but yeah, man. It's deeper than bars, man. I'm out here with Hollywood Yellow. You know what I'm saying? It's Degrees Pep Game, man. We was just recapping the super fight, you know what I'm saying? Just talking a little battle rap. You would catch us though on here more frequently, talk about more battle rap events and just more thing music overall. Underground leagues and just music in general, man. Stuff in the industry, stuff in the streets, whatever it is, man. Like I said, it's deeper than bars, man. So I'm Degrees, you feel me?
Hollywood yelling
Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna get up with y'all in a second, man. Happy New Year.
already.